What makes tennis tournament point distribution so complex? Imagine trying to solve a puzzle where each piece changes shape depending on where you look. That's what tennis point distribution feels like. It's not just about winning matches. It's about understanding a web of rules and factors. First, tournaments are divided into categories based on their prestige. Grand Slams, like the Australian Open, French Open, Wimbledon, and the United States Open, give the most points. For example, winning a Grand Slam earns a player 2,000 points. Below that, there are ATP and WTA tournaments with different levels like 1,000, 500, and 200 points. Each tier has its own rules for how many points are awarded at each stage. Then, the way points are distributed varies between the men's and women's tours. For instance, in a Grand Slam, a qualifier gets 25 points in the men's tour but only 2 in the women's tour. Also, the points awarded for reaching certain rounds differ. The winner gets the most, but the runner-up, semifinalists, and quarterfinalists all get specific amounts that change depending on the tournament. The system for ranking players adds another layer of complexity. Rankings are based on the best results over the past 52 weeks. Players need to defend points from last year's tournaments or earn new ones to keep their position. If they don't perform well in a tournament, their points from that event drop off after a year, which can cause their ranking to change. Plus, there are special rules for players who withdraw due to injuries or other reasons. Sometimes, they lose points or have to count certain tournaments even if they did not play. Wild cards, lucky losers, and qualifiers also have different rules for how many points they can earn and how they affect rankings. Points from doubles are also different from singles, adding more layers. Lower-level tournaments like challenger events or ITF tournaments have their own point systems, which can influence rankings for players who compete there. In team competitions like the Davis Cup, points are updated differently and don't follow the usual drop-off schedule. All these factors make projecting a player's ranking a real challenge. Analysts need to track not just current results but also how past performances will influence future rankings. So, the reason tennis point distribution feels so complicated is because it combines many tournament categories, different rules for men and women, special circumstances like injuries, and a rolling system that updates weekly. It's a puzzle that keeps rankings fair and reflective of a player's recent form and consistency across all levels of the sport.